So you are considering moving to Queen Creek, Arizona, and you can't seem to find what's really going on in Queen Creek because everyone just says how wonderful it is. Well, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly coming at you right after this. Hello, this is Sheryl Willis over at the Real Agent Now group right here in Phoenix, Arizona. If you did not subscribe to our channel, please click that subscribe button, smash that little like button, share us with your friends. Please, we want to help you and get the word out. Really what's going on, boots on the ground, honest to God truth, good, bad, and the ugly right here. But you know what? We can't answer your questions unless you give us a call. Shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, or weekends, we got you back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona. Let's get at this right now. Okay, first of all, let's establish what is Queen Creek and what is not. Queen Creek was a farming town, a country town, a western town until about 04, 05. In fact, that's when I bought my first rental out in Queen Creek, when there was nothing, and I mean nothing out there except for dirt roads and all of a sudden these new homes. Now, here's the thing, as these builders started building these homes out further and further, they actually went beyond Maricopa County boundary lines. But the post office said, we don't care about your county lines. We just need to know where to mail the mail. So they gave all the housing at that time a Queen Creek address. This could be as far south as way yonder. But when the market crashed and then they said, all right, let's reorganize here. Look, we need Queen Creek in the county of Maricopa, and we need a new town that's going to be Pinal County, and that's Santan Valley. Now, what's confusing is some people think they own Queen Creek property, but they're in Pinal County, and that's not the case. If you're in Maricopa County, you live in Queen Creek in Maricopa County. If you have a Queen Creek address in Pinal County, you have a Queen Creek address, you live in Santan Valley, and you live in Pinal County. All right, now that we got that's all cleared up. Now, just like anything, so first comes the jobs, then comes housing, then comes schools, then comes shopping, and then comes massive retail. That's the pattern that cities develop. So the town of Queen Creek has now been developing for almost 20 years. Like I said, there was absolutely nothing way back in the day, and now there is almost everything. They even have a beginning of a freeway. So here's again the great thing. The next thing, now that you have this housing, Queen Creek at one time, first of all, was very affordable housing. So if you go back to homes that were built 04 to about 2008, those are going to be the smaller, older homes that are still very affordable compared to the rest of the greater Phoenix area. So there are some great opportunities in the town of Queen Creek. But then there was no building from 2008 to about 2015, and then we tried to play catch up. Well, what happened in that time frame was the city of Chandler, which is the main employer for the entire Southeast Valley, started really busting out at the seams. The city of Chandler is actually 98% built out. There is very little land that we don't know what's going to be going. It's already spoken for. And then as that started to rip apart at the seams, we saw Gilbert really starting to build in the early 2000s as well. Now that Gilbert has now created this amazing place to live as well, the town of Gilbert is predominantly a housing community and does not necessarily provide all the jobs for the people that live there. And the same with Queen Creek today. In fact, if we look at where the majority of the residents work that live in Queen Creek, they're actually commuting from Chandler, Tempe, and Mesa. Who would have thought? None in Gilbert, though. The majority of the people that live in the Queen Creek area, believe it or not, the number one employer is Intel, and there is 4 fabs already in existence. One is the original location in West Chandler, and then the other 3 fabs are in an area called Ocotillo. All of those are very high paying jobs, along with Boeing, which is in Mesa. And Boeing is directly north in Mesa from Queen Creek. And so these people are all still within what they call a 35-minute commuter shed. The average person that lives in the town of Queen Creek has an average commute of about 33 minutes. With the average income in the town of Queen Creek right now being $133,000, that helps explain, like, again, where these people are commuting from and why the newer construction are larger homes on larger lots. In the town of Queen Creek, I always mess up this name, Queen Creek. Try and say that 3 times real fast. In the town of Queen Creek, you're finding a very young population. The young families, whoa, is it very family oriented, very well educated, and very highly skilled. So this is why the median income in the town of Queen Creek is much higher than most people understand. And they're like, $1 million home in Queen Creek? Heck yeah, it's gorgeous. Let me tell you, $1 million doesn't get you much in the city of Chandler. Can't we all agree? Can't we just do one town, city? It actually has to do with the political structure and the way things voting work and everything. So city of Chandler, town of Gilbert, town of Queen Creek, and then you got the Valley of Santan. I'm just kidding around right now. All right, so the benefits of living in the town of Queen Creek right now is you get more bang for your buck, but you have much bigger homes on bigger lots. So the median price is much higher, believe it or not, than Chandler or even Gilbert, because you're getting 4,000 square foot homes on half-acre lots. Very nice. And there are a lot of $1.5 million homes in South Chandler, South Gilbert, and Queen Creek. And when people are like, oh, that must be a $1.5 million house, I say, no, that one is a $2 million or a $3 million. There is so much money in the southern part of the greater Phoenix, of the Southeast Valley and Queen Creek. It's unbelievable. People think that it's country and so it should be cheaper. That's actually where the big money is. So the pros are you get more house in the town of Queen Creek than you do in Chandler or Gilbert. But here's one thing that people don't realize. Because of where Queen Creek is located, right off the 202 freeway and the new extension to the 24, there is actually better freeway access to Queen Creek than there is South Chandler and South Gilbert. I hope you guys are following me because I'm almost confusing myself. If you are looking for shopping, if you are looking for Walmart, Ross, Safeway, Target, if you're looking for different types of breweries or small businesses or clothing shops and things like that, Queen Creek Marketplace has it all. And really almost anywhere you live within the town of Queen Creek, you can get to Queen Creek Marketplace within 10 minutes. If you live in South Chandler or South Gilbert, nope, you're gonna be at least 15 or 20 minutes to major shopping. So even though Queen Creek feels further out, it's actually has more amenities. I'm not going to say it's closer in because if we're going to downtown Phoenix, let's just say, if you're driving to downtown Phoenix, actually because you don't have freeway access, it probably will take you the same time. But miles wise, yes, Chandler and Gilbert are closer, but freeways change everything. And here's the other part. Queen Creek has now been dubbed one of the hot new employment corridors. Not only Queen Creek, but where Queen Creek meets Mesa, we are seeing massive employment. And that is why we will also see, they're estimating, and I don't know where they get these exact numbers, but 33,000 more people in the town of Queen Creek over the next 5 years. There's only 70,000 people that live there right now, a third more population. So we are only going to see even more shopping, even more restaurants. In fact, there is a whole downtown in Queen Creek that is being created right now as we speak. I know of 6 different bars and restaurants that will be opening there probably within a year's time. It takes a little time to build all this, right? But again, that's why Queen Creek, they've been building out in this area for about 20 years. When you look at South Gilbert and South Chandler, again, beautiful, and there's some beautiful mountain views, but there's no shopping. There's no Starbucks. I don't know what coffee shop you like, but there's just a whole lot. There's not a whole lot. Now, if you're looking for open space, again, I really love the Queen Creek area. Now, so here's some of the negatives. Right now, you're going to be driving about, the average is 32 minutes to work if you live in the town of Queen Creek. If you're okay with that commute, and there is a little bit of a stress, you're going to spend more on your gas. You're going to be spending more wear and tear on your vehicle. I love listening to podcasts, so I try and make good use of my time in my car, but I can't help but feel that stress when I'm stuck in traffic. No one likes traffic. But let me tell you, for weekends, living out in Queen Creek, wow, what a great slower pace of life. There's all kinds of parks, there's festivals, and the proximity to everything is really, if you're okay with 15 minutes, maybe 20, depending on where you pick in Queen Creek. Everything, including big outdoor malls, outdoor sport. The world's largest sports complex is right at Ellsworth and Ray, maybe actually a little bit south of there, but it's called Bell Bank Park. And I'm telling you, if you like pickleball, if you like tennis, football, if you like the mud runner, even e-game, there is so many activities, events, festivals, concerts. There's going to be a new wave park in Gilbert. Again, this is all like 10-15 minutes away, but it's so much less expensive. That's the best part. It's fresh, it's open. You gotta love the smell of cows and horses, just saying. On a windy day, you can smell them a few miles away. But you know, again, it's like if you're coming from a small town, you're not gonna feel like it's a small town. Here's something, when you're out and about, hopefully you're gonna be traveling with us. You're gonna go on to Google Maps and you're gonna type in some of these major areas. Okay, first one is going to be Queen Creek Marketplace. How close am I? And that'll tell you, again, 10-15 minutes. I'm telling you, no matter where it's literally smack dab in the middle of town. And then the next big area is going to be up by Power Road and the 202. There is a ton of shopping there, but honestly, it's almost exactly like Queen Creek Marketplace, so I can't imagine you'd want to go there. But the next big area is going to be Santan Village. Now, here's the thing. People get confused. They're like, no, I don't want to go to Santan Valley. I'm like, no. Santan Valley is a city and Santan Village is a shopping center. There's also Santan Mountains that's in Queen Creek and Santan Valley. It can be confusing, which is why you need to call us. You really do. And so Santan Village, you want to talk about massive entertainment, shopping, dining, festivals, live music in the park, like all kinds of fun things. And then if you go a little bit further, again, depending on where you're at, there's downtown Gilbert that's not too far, and downtown Chandler. Once you get up to the 202 freeway, you have access to absolutely everything. It's just about freeway access, infrastructure. That's what makes a city. So as I mentioned, first comes the jobs, then comes the housing, then comes the schools. So schools started really being focused on as more and more people were moving to the town of Queen Creek. So you're going to find the best schools, top rated schools, by the way. If you go to greatschools.org and you look at the schools in Queen Creek area, it will map it out for you and tell you what the ratings. And you'll see the furthest northwest are very highly rated. Anything over 7 is fantastic. Read the details. Some people think the 7 and 8 aren't that good. They are. But if you read the details, like I said, you'll see that in the northwest part, they have the highest ratings. And then as they start to build more and more schools, as more and more people move there, because obviously families, those new schools are getting some fantastic ratings. In fact, one of the things I think that's really important to know is that 80% of the homes in the town of Queen Creek are owner occupied. That means there is a lot of, like I said, family pride, a lot of community activities, a lot of pride in taking care of your neighborhood, and it feels very safe. In the southeast part of Queen Creek, there's an area that they refer to as agritainment. So there's all kinds of fun things, outdoor things. You're going to see all kinds of farms. You're going to see pumpkin patches. You're going to see peach festivals, strawberry festivals, all kinds of different things. It's very homey, small town connected to a big town. I love a Queen Creek. So again, when you're considering, especially if you are looking for a larger home, if you are looking for larger lots, you are going to naturally, and especially newer, you're going to naturally gravitate towards South Chandler, South Gilbert, and Queen Creek. And out of those 3 choices, I give Queen Creek the top rating. That's the great news. Let me tell you, there are so many new communities that are going out there too. New construction right now, there's some amazing deals. So if you are thinking about moving and you're looking for any one of those things, big home, big lot, new construction, more in the country, big bang for your buck, then you need to pick up that phone. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, or weekends, we got you back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, is that you calling? If not, why? Pick up the phone now. We want to hear from you. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.